Hi, and welcome back to the Student's Choice podcast, where we look at the many paths you can take as a student at RCBC. Join us as we investigate the different clubs, programs, and activities through the lens of our fellow students. It's always your choice.
Your voice, our RCBC. Hi, I'm Faith Ortega, and I've been a student at RCBC since 2022. I will graduate in 2024 with an associate's degree in communication arts.
And I'm Abby Crawley. I'm a transfer student here at RCBC, and I will graduate in 2024 with my associate's degree in communications. Can you tell?
This season on the Student's Choice podcast, we'll focus on many RCBC clubs. Rowan College at Burlington County has a collection of over 40 interactive clubs open to all students. From music club to computer science club to biochemistry club, RCBC truly has it all. To dive in, we'll talk with a different club's advisor and student leader for each episode.
Today in this episode, we will talk with the Honors Coordinator Shannon Dorety, please correct me if I'm wrong, and the NJ Stars Vice President Keyirrah Wilson.
NJ Stars is an organization open to students ranked in the top 15% of their class at the end of junior or senior year, and through this program, students receive free tuition at their home county college for up to 5 semesters. Welcome to the Student Choice podcast, Shannon and Keyirrah. Would you like to introduce yourselves real quick, just a quick little blurb?
Yeah, thank you so much. I
Thank
love this.
you.
Oh my gosh. You were so close. It's Shannon Dorety.
I'm so good.
No, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. I am the current Honors Coordinator here at RCBC. I'm also the advisor for the NJ Stars Club. The NJ Stars program is, just as you said, the top 15% of the graduating class. So I've got all the smarties in my cohort. But our NJ Stars Club is open to all. It's completely open. It's for all the student body. And we are just starting it up this semester, but we've already got some very exciting things planned. So I'm very excited about that. My background is actually RCBC. I've been at RCBC for forever. My associate's degrees are from RCBC in psychology, and then I did the 3+1 program for psych and got my bachelor's from Rowan University. So I have been an RCBC-arian since 2019, forever ago. I've been working full-time at RCBC since 2021, starting as an admissions counselor, then financial aid officer, and now I'm here as the honors coordinator, which is pretty awesome. And I loved every second of it so far.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My name is Keyirrah, and I'm the Vice President for NJ Stars. This is my first year at RCBC, and I'm majoring in elementary education. So I'm super excited to get my associates next year and just to learn more about RCBC and what it has to offer.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you both. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
All right. So, Shannon, you gave us a little bit about your history and how you started here at RCBC. But what drove you to come here when you were just a student?
Yeah, so when I was a student, I went to BCIT Medford. Did you go to BCIT Medford?
Yeah, me too. I went to West Hampton.
Oh my gosh, look at us.
I feel left out right now.
I'm so sorry. But I studied instrumental music. I was a little flautist for forever. So my dream was to be a music therapist. Mm-hmm. So my starting point, once I heard about the STARS program, I was a STARS student too. I was like, that's a no-brainer. I'm obviously doing that. So my dream was to start with RCBC, doing psych, and then transfer to a 4-year program, maybe at Rowan University, or I was looking at Montclair and all these other things for music therapy. Once I started at RCBC, I made all these friends and I loved it, and I really just couldn't leave once I got to my associate's degree. And then COVID hit, but I also had that connection with all of my friends, and RCBC was where I felt like home. So I continued with my bachelor's through Rowan, and I've loved every second of it. It's awesome. It's the best choice I've ever made.
I'm so happy to hear that. Aw.
I know.
What about you? How was your experience at BCIT West Tech to here?
It was really good. I know at BCIT they emphasize on like career prep and really like following your major path. So I knew that RCBC was a path that I wanted to take because not only was it like affordable and close to home, so like had all those kind of natural factors, but also I saw like the education program was like really good. And I know Professor Denton came to talk to our class and just kind of tell us what the major was about and what we'd be doing to further our education. So that was like kind of brownie points for me. And as soon as I saw education, I was like, oh yeah, RCBC. And then NJ Stars was just kind of the cherry on top. So it's been so fun so far.
Were you an education major at RPCAT?
Yes, and I ended up graduating with my CDA, which is basically a certification, which means I could lead teach in like daycares and stuff. So I've been I've been getting a lot of clinical hours and just really working in the field, just getting as much experience as possible.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Wow, accomplished people here.
We're trying our best.
I know.
So this one is for you, Shannon.
Thank you.
So how and why did you first start the NJ Stars Club here at RCBC?
So actually part of my role as the honors coordinator was kind of to revive the NJ Stars Club. So a little bit of history for you guys. Way back in my day in 2019, there used to be the NJ Stars coordinator specifically. So the NJ Stars coordinator's job was, one, to advise all of you, and then also to run the club. With the club, it used to be this very big thing. We used to have, these like banquets and things like that. We used to have a bunch of events, and then COVID hit and everything paused. So when they started the honors coordinator position, it was their attempt, or I guess RCBC's attempt at resurrecting that position and resurrecting that club. So part of my position here is to run that club, which has been so awesome so far. It's been one of my highlights of having this job so far. It's been so fun to get to know you guys. It's been so fun to, plan events and help think of fun things to do. It's one of the things that I love the most about my job, but it's definitely a part of the position, but also definitely a perk of the position as well.
I feel so loved.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You are loved.
This one's for you, Keyirrah. Can you explain the basics of NJ Stars from a student perspective? Because for me personally, I'm also NJ Stars. Mm-hmm. It feels like when I got in here, I was like, okay, what am I doing first and foremost? Mm-hmm. What was your experience?
So my experience was kind of that it was like kind of a prestigious kind of thing. So like not anybody just got picked, but you had to kind of earn it in high school. And I know it's like a big thing that they stress, like, we want our students to get into NJ Stars. Try to do your best on your grades and try to be like as well-rounded as possible. But because it's like the top 10 and 15%, I feel like it's kind of the cream of the crop. So everyone has a chance, but I feel like with NJ Stars, students who want to make the school environment better, like give more opportunities to branch out in service or just bettering your experience at RCBC. So like Shannon said, coming up with those fun activities and not so much like focusing just on school, but the experience part of it. So I think that introducing it in high school gives them something to look forward to, and that just makes RCBC that much better to just know that there's like a club for those smarties and stuff like that they get to work forward to. So I think that was like the thing for me, that it's something that makes your experience at RCBC a little bit more positive because it's student-led and you get to give the ideas and just put your own spin on it. So I think that was really good.
I think you put that the best way possible. In high school, it felt like it most definitely was like, hey, like you're doing all this hard work. Mm-hmm. You're going to get something out of it. I promise you. And then you come to RCBC and it's like, look at all the cool events you can do. And I didn't know that it was open to everyone, like how you said. Mm-hmm. So that's even better. I'm so happy to hear that. Would you agree with that, how she explained NJ Stars?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I do want to give a quick shout out to BCITs, both West Hampton and Medford. They are like, the majority of my students are from BCITs, so they are awesome. We love them. But yeah, 100%. It is, especially for me, coming as a student as well, the money aspect was the hugest aspect for me to come to RCBC and join the NJ Stars Club. But once I got here, the community was what made me stay. Yeah. So it's definitely that community and that like shared events and like the excitement and engaging is definitely the part that kind of might go unnoticed, but also is the part that everybody loves.
Community. Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the best things about having all these club choices at RCBC is the fact that you can, first of all, find a club that really keys in on some of your interests. But once you do find a club, it really is about finding your community. And maybe you'll find some friends or the type of people that you want to hang out with. So I think that's really what being part of a club like the NJ Stars Club is about. Keyirrah, I know you mentioned that it's your first year here at RCBC. Mm-hmm. Would you elaborate on how your journey here at RCBC has been so far and how you ended up becoming the vice president for the NJ Stars Club?
Yes, so I started in August, and like I explained before, I already knew what my major wanted to be coming to RCBC. So it was kind of just taking a step back from all the school and studying and really focusing on, how can I make my experience at RCBC more memorable. So not just remembering the classes I took, but the people that I got to hang around, the clubs I got to be a part of. So as soon as I saw NJ Stars, I was like, okay, maybe this is kind of in high school you have honor societies and things like that. So I was like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. And you, Shannon was mentioning, it's a big aspect of that financial breakthrough and things like that. So people get to have their first 5 semesters covered, and it's just has a lot of perks. So I knew okay, I want to make this experience better for other people. So that's kind of why I wanted to be part of the executive board, just so that I could be a part of making those decisions and share my experience, because I feel when people are making those decisions coming to college, the student experience matters more than an adult just telling them hey, do this. And then to really hear someone's a student testimony for me was very important. So I really wanted to be a part of coming up with those fun events and just collaborating with other students. So that was the highlight for me.
And you both have clearly made such a huge difference in so many people's lives, including mine. I know you just got elected somewhat, but what do you think you've done so far in your role?
I think just the collaboration, just not I know there's structure between president, vice president, coordinators, and things like that. But I think just being able to share kind of my ideas and, just from only being here for a year, just seeing what's interested me, what my interests are. I think just sharing those and becoming more confident and just collaborating with other people has been helping me as a student, I think.
From a member's perspective, I think you both have made yourself so available to others. It was so easy to find you, and both of you actually, it was so easy. It was so easy to get in contact with you both. And I was like, oh, well, I'm a member of this club. I can reach out to somebody in case I need someone. And I love that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Because of that, how important do you think extracurricular participation is? Let's start with you, Shannon, since you run the club.
Well, I think extracurriculars are everything. Just as you said, I can put all of the facts and figures about the money aspect of NJ Stars, but that's not what's going to draw people. People want to make sure that they feel like they're at home. So coming from somebody who's been in the club and, has that experience of, coming from being a student and now running the club and running the program, it's definitely something that I take into consideration when I'm going out and recruiting students to come to RCBC, because that aspects the events and the parties and the fun stuff. That's what people really want to know. We're not the money's going to be there and it's great, but that's not the part that our students are going to want to come day in and day out for. They want to know that they're going to have a community. They're going to make their friends. They're going to, they want to know that they're going to have somebody that they can connect with. So I think having extracurriculars like the NJ Stars Club is an awesome and easy way for them to do that, because as you guys know, I blow up your emails. I am emailing you guys constantly, telling you everything that's going on campus. So my main priority as the honors coordinator is to make sure that you guys are aware of everything available to you, and making sure that if you guys have any questions, you're able to reach out to me, you're able to reach out to your friends, you're able to get in contact with one another, you know who each other are, and you're able to see a friendly face on campus, which was really important for me as a student. So I kind of want to make sure that you guys have that too.
You do that so well too. And what I mentioned, we've mentioned this earlier, the emails she sends, aren't they the prettiest thing ever?
They
with
really
emojis?
are.
See?
Yeah. I saw the one this morning.
Oh, adorable.
The little clovers.
I try my best. Every time, every single morning, we always have me and the CRN liaison. We have our own little office right behind public safety. Come and say hi. But every single morning or every single Monday, I should say, I'm sitting there looking up the little quotes that I put at the end, and I'm like, which one looks the prettiest? I want to make sure my students get the best.
Again, I feel so loved.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
You are loved. You definitely are loved.
How do you think this is going to help you in your future? For me, I think I definitely feel the love again. And I feel like if I ever need to like get in contact with either of you, you're there. Faith too, you can join the club. It's open to everybody.
Yes, come
All
join the
are
club.
welcome.
Come around.
Yes.
We're going to be at
do.
the next meeting. Just watch.
Yes.
Yep. But how do you think it's going to help you?
I know for me, as a teacher, I feel like kind of what you mentioned before, like just being available and just making yourself like there and present for your students is like a big aspect of that will determine their experience at school. So I feel like if they know, like Shannon said, there's someone there that will support them, if they know that there's something exciting at school that is going to make them happy, I feel like it'll make their experience so much better. So for me, I'm just kind of putting it in my little teacher toolbox and just keeping it for the future and just really taking it all in and just allowing it to mold me as a person and to just like kind of bloom out of that young adult, but just kind of like think towards the future and just how it's going to help me in my career. So I feel like this aspect of leadership and availability and just communicating with other students has really helped me thus far, and I really think it'll help me in the future.
Love that.
Keyirrah, can I ask, are you a part of any other clubs here at RCBC?
I am. I am the co-leader of Crew, which is Campus Crusaders for Christ. So I lead with Jayla Gonzalez, and we're part of like the Campus for Crew in New Jersey. So it's a Christian-based club where we just kind of preach the gospel of Jesus and with other students, and it's just a big community of believers, and yeah. It's been really good.
It's awesome.
Again, that theme of community for all of our
Yes.
clubs here.
Yes.
So I know that this is a new club, but for both of you, do you have a very specific favorite memory or proudest accomplishment from the RCBC NJ Stars Club?
Well, we are very new. So we are in the works. We have many, many things going on behind the scenes. But my proudest moment was definitely meeting with our executive board for the first time and getting to, hear all your voices and making sure that, all of their ideas are being heard so that we can kind of plan for the future. We got a little bit of a late start, which is perfectly fine. But we are definitely working up some things, cooking up some things in the kitchen. Definitely have a bunch of plans going on in the background. But my favorite memory by far was definitely getting to meet all of you guys and getting to hear what your visions of the program were, because I kind of coming in, I got the skeleton of what was the NJ Stars program, and to meet you guys and to hear your guys' input was just awesome to see where this could go. So it kind of like created the whole vision for me, which was awesome.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that whole meeting was just like very, very like genuine, and you can tell there's a lot of students in there that cared, like not only about their future but their like students' future. So like the people that they're going to school with every day. And I think that slide where you showed like all of our ideas and things like that, like for some reason that just made me really happy to see like, wow, there's some creative people in this club. Like there's going to be like some world changers. Like that
100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
That was like the highlight of the meeting, and I was just like, wow. Like I would have never came up with that.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Just so everybody listening knows, what's your meeting times and like the days and the dates and everything?
So right now for executive board, we just had one, and we're actually coming up with an event to do with midterms. So be on the look with that. But we are in the process of coming up with a set base schedule for like our general members. So as soon as we come up with that, we will let you guys know for that.
That sounds good. What you sound so established and like so good to go. I hear there's a schedule coming, so I'm really curious. But as far as what's their future goals? Like any plans coming up for inside the club?
Yeah, absolutely. So for our club, we are kind of built on the foundation of student collaboration, student engagement, career development, and community service. So we have lots and lots of plans. We're looking at something for midterms for our students, and we'll also have a lot of things in the works for community engagement and community service as well, which is pretty awesome. Working with people in New Jersey, in Philly, and making sure that our students in NJ Stars Club at RCBC, for whoever wants to, get involved, are able to give back to our community, which is pretty awesome.
For me, I think that the community aspect is very important. And I think just not only focusing on what we're doing in our school, but really taking it outside, because those are the people that are going to be affected most. Like, we're already here, but it's all about, like Shannon said, like bringing those future students in here and just really seeing how their impact can make our club better. So I think just like reaching out and going to the high schools, even to the middle schools, it's never too early to start, and just recruiting, other people, because it takes the community to make the club better. So I really think that's important.
I love that so much. Faith is going to lead you out with one more question.
Yes, we have our last question. This is for both of you. What would you tell a student if you could talk to someone who is maybe on the fence about joining the NJ Stars Club?
Do it.
Yeah.
Please join. We need so many more members. And I know that we have, I want to say upwards of 50 right now, which is awesome, but we are always looking for more people. We definitely want to make this as community-based and as school-wide as we can, because, the more help, the more fun, the more everybody's going to love it. So definitely, if you're on the fence, join. And, if you're considering it, but you're on the fence, come to a meeting, come to an event that we're hosting, see what it's all about, and then, hopefully your decision will be to come more.
That's so good. To add on to that, I would say, just know that it's worth it. So I feel like as students, you come in here questioning, like, okay, like, I know my major, I may not know my major, but like, what's my purpose? Like, why am I here? And I feel like NJ Stars really helps you figure that out, because it really gives you an opportunity to connect with the student body and to feel at home, and to feel that, you're doing something not only for you, but for the people around you. So I would say also do it. It's so fun, and it's just life-changing. Like, it makes you feel so much more better as a student, knowing that you're getting the other students involved. Like, you're coming to school knowing, like, hey, like, I did that, I planned that. So I think just do it, and to know that it'll be worth it in the end.
You heard him. If you're listening right now, think about joining the NJ Stars Club.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and being part of one of our first episodes. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. This is awesome.
Yes, it was so good.
Thank you for adventuring with us today as we explored the NJ Stars Club.
You can check the Students' Choice podcast out wherever you go to get podcasts. And you can check out the NJ Stars Club at RCBC Campus Labs.
Don't forget to tune in for future episodes. If you have any topics relating to student choices at RCBC, we'd love to hear from you.
Again, I'm Abby Crawley.
And I'm Faith Ortega.
And remember, your choice.
Your voice, our RCBC.